Hey, you know what, though?
What's up?
You are now listening to the Backseat Critics, the movie review podcast.
Welcome back to the Backseat Critics. My name's RJ.
And my name is Andrew.
And we are... Nope, this is not my part.
This is a podcast where we review movies that you should steer clear of. And this week we're talking Fate of the Furious from 2017? 2018?
Yeah, something like that. Was it that long ago?
I think so.
Oh, I thought it was sooner than that.
I thought it was like earlier than that.
Oh.
I was thinking like 2014.
Nope. Negative, Ghost Rider.
That is a negative.
Put that crap down.
So yeah, we're talking Fate of the Furious. Interesting movie.
Number 8?
Not great. No.
No, number 8.
It's not great. It's not great.
It's fantastic.
It's not great at all. It's
Right.
wonderful. It is perfection. This is Oscar worthy.
It is. It was.
When the academies happen, this is the standard that they should go off of.
They should.
Not Citizen Kane.
No.
Not The Godfather.
Nope.
Not
God,
not any Stanley Kubrick movie.
Stanley who?
Fate of the Furious.
Dominic Toretto.
Does Leo DiCaprio think he can act? Because maybe he should take some notes from my man,
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Vin Diesel.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Also,
All right, so it looks like we have a couple topics today for the news. What were those topics?
our news topics, I was just pulling that up.
We had a musical that got cut short. We got Bob Iger doing tyrant things.
Yes.
Tyrantical things.
Do you want to start off with this musical?
Yeah. Why was it cut short? Was it that
That is
bad?
a good question.
Was it bad?
Do you think that they're shifting focus away from Marvel?
Yes.
Okay.
No. I don't know. It's in the Marvel area of the park. Actually, the last time when I was in there, they had a whole Wakanda thing because Wakanda Forever was just coming out.
I thought you said condo for a second. I'm like, are they selling condos in the
Yeah, they had a
malls?
whole condo thing going. You know what they actually
They got
do?
real estate going
They
on
have
there?
timeshares, little timeshare things you can buy in the park that they try to sell you.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Like,
if you go
for real?
for real, they try to sell your Disney timeshare.
Hmm.
If you go take the little tour, they give you 2 free fast passes, but it also takes an hour, so not worth it.
Okay.
So, but no, it's I don't think they're trying to move away from Marvel. I just think it was bad.
So what? We just said, hey, there's going to be a musical like a week or two ago, and now it's cut.
Yeah, now it's gone. I'm happy for everybody who saw it. Let us know in the comments if it was good.
The second topic is a bit touchy.
We were happy when Bob Chapek got released.
We were so thrilled when Bob Chapek just left.
No, Iger's doing some sketchy things.
Iger's got some hot takes that are a little too evil for me.
Is he going to sell the company? That's a possibility.
No, did you hear his whole take on the whole protests, the writers' protest?
To let him just kind of
Yeah, they're
eat it out, and then they're
let the
having
protests
wait
go
to
on
beg.
so long that they can't afford rent, can't pay their mortgages, and
And they're going to have to beg for their job, and we'll take any job. Yep. Did you hear about, who is it? Was it James Gunn? Sean Gunn? Something like that.
I think it was Sean Gunn.
Sean Gunn, did you
Yeah,
hear
it's a
his?
brother. I saw it, but I didn't listen.
Oh, so basically what he said is that back in the day, an owner, a CEO of a company maybe made, I think it was like 40% more than the average worker.
I think that was about right. And like was it the 50s or 60s or something like that?
Something like that. And now he's making
It's like 400%.
Yeah.
It's insane.
crazy amount.
Yeah.
That is wild to me. I get it when you're their CEO and you're that high, but geez.
Yeah.
So Bob Iger he's cutting people left and right.
Mm-hmm. So,
Cutting the Disney workers, trying to figure out how to operate Disneyland on a small...
folks, we are back to basic. We hate Bob.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're bringing back our hate list. There's only one person on it right now.
Bob Iger.
Cartier Bob.
Oh my gosh, not that Bob. We love that Bob.
I'm kidding. We love that Bob. But yeah, no, Bob Iger.
Bob Iger.
Dude is straight evil. Okay. Got it. This is going to be a super easy one. This movie, Fate of the Furious 2017, was the first movie in over 60 years to do what?
I don't know. Submarine.
Wow, yeah, you got it.
Knew it.
But anyways, stick around. We'll come back to that. Anyways, 2-minute summary.
Can we restart?
My man, you're 6 seconds in.
Oh, fudge. So we start off with this movie with Dom racing for his cousin's car. Later on, Charlize Theron has some black. Basically, she tries to show him some stuff and gets him to do some things against his team. His team tries to bring down Dominic Toretto as he backstabs him. As this gal, Charlize Theron, is running around collecting all this equipment to basically start a war. Her name's Cypher, by the way, better hacker than Ramsey. And eventually it's turned out that she has Dominic Toretto's kid. It's held hostage. And then eventually Jason Statham comes in, saves the day for the kid, and they stop a submarine to shoot off nuclear weapons. And the team is like family.
They're like family, man.
Mm-hmm. That's basically the movie.
That's basically it. Good job.
They did have a zombie card scene too, which is
That was.
kind of cool.
It wasn't.
Over the top.
Uh,
Awesome. Anyways, let's continue. I believe normally our first topic is characters.
and yeah, our first topic this time.
Is characters?
I want to throw you in for a loop here.
Okay. What you got?
Scenes.
Oh, crap. Okay. We're off to talk about C,
What's happening?
the magical
What is going
wizard
on?
of scenes.
I'm so confused. Everything. My number one scene is going to be actually the opening scene in Cuba.
The driving where he takes the car, the crappy car, and beats the nice fancy car. Goes respect, homie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoyed the kind of stripping down to kind of basics. The ridiculousness of somehow rigging up a old 50s car with apparently like vacuum tubes or something to make it go faster, and eventually it catches on fire and he shoots it into the river and still wins. Or ocean rather, not river.
My number one scene is going to be the Shaw brothers, when they hijack the airplane. And Shaw basically is fighting this airplane full of these soldiers that are trained to kill old mercenaries with a baby in his hands. And he's trying to keep the baby happy at the same time and keeping it giggling. And it's a pretty good scene.
Okay.
And that's a Deckard shot. So Jason Statham, when he's going through, even though Luke Bryan's there as well, but Jason Statham's character is the one that's holding the baby and killing everybody. And as people are trying to kill the baby as well, he goes, "You trying to kill a baby?"
Okay.
He goes, "You're wrong." And then he kills that person.
I enjoyed his arc to hero in this.
Anti-hero.
Well, I mean, aren't they all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyways, so my number 2 scene is I was literally just watching this, and like everything in this is so stupid. But I'm gonna go with the prison breakout scene,
That's a pretty fun one. With The Rock, where he's like, "Nope, not gonna go." And
where it's like him and the Rock and Jason Statham basically just like having a pissing contest and just threatening each other the whole time, and then they go into the prison breakout and decide to like they just end up outside together, fists at each other. Mr. Nobody's there. It was a fun scene. It was cute.
I enjoy for my second scene is when the team kind of assembles.
Okay. Which time though?
The first time around, they kind of assemble. The second time around. Yeah, actually, the second time when they bring in Jason Statham, Rock's like, "What the heck?" I'm like, "Let's use God's eye."
In like the conference room area.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Gotcha.
let's use God's eye, and then they start calling him Mr. Little Nobody.
Little Nobody. Yeah.
And they're all just kind of picking on, and let's use God's eye, and God's eye doesn't really work. And then all of a sudden they find out Dominic Toretto.
Calls coming from inside the building.
Yep.
Yeah.
I enjoyed before that part where Dominic starts to shoot everybody up. There's that cheesy kiss in there where she's just like, "Whoa," and kisses Dominic Toretto. Kind of sound like that. It's like a, I don't know, like a monster where she's like opens her mouth really big. All right, scene number 3 for you.
Jeez Louise, this is a rough movie. So my number 2 scene is actually going to be kind of the exchange between Dwayne Johnson, Mr. Nobody, and Mr. Little Nobody. Right outside the prison, where Mr. Nobody's offering a kind of way out of the prison, and Mr. Little Nobody.
So someone picks him up, throws him against the wall.
Yeah, that kind of exchange there, and that kind of
That
relationship.
muscle.
That muscle is insane. But also just the bounce back and forth between Little Nobody and what's his name? Mr. Nobody's character.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun. That was interesting.
All right. My number 3 is gonna be the end.
What happens?
We get the introduction of Brian to Vin Diesel's baby.
Of Brian to Vin. Oh,
Vin Diesel's baby. Basically,
Brian to Brian.
Jason Statham comes, though. What I like about this scene particularly, Jason Statham comes, has the little baby, Dominic Toretto's baby, and Jason Statham looks at him and goes, "You had to go to my mom."
I had to go to my mom.
And he was just like, that's desperate. So, fun scene too. Honorable mention, go check out Jason Statham's mom scene when Dominic Toretto goes and visits her and says, "Why are you wasting my time?"
Interesting.
All right. And that brings up the car scene too, the zombie car scene that you don't like. But anyways.
We will get to that
Yes, we will.
later.
Yes, we will.
After characters. Oh no, I forgot to record something for the characters. So here's something. Characters. Who are they? What are they doing? I don't know what.
All right. So my number 1 character is going to be Deckard Shaw.
Wow.
I think Jason Statham's upped his game in this one. He's a more likable character, even though he was an alright villain. He seemed more.
He seemed more in tune with this role than he was in the last movie.
Looks like he went full transporter, and it looks like he also as well. He seemed unstoppable at times.
He did.
Like fighting wise, everything he just seemed like he was unstoppable, even more so than the first one.
The choreography in this movie is a lot better than the last one.
A lot over the top more.
100%. Yeah.
So Jason Statham, Deckard Shaw, number 1 character for me.
My number 1,
Han.
Ramsey. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go Han.
Oh gosh, there's no mention of Han in this one whatsoever.
Because hear me out now. Han is killed by Deckard Shaw.
Oh my goodness.
And he thrusts forth that whole plot of the last movie where they're being hunted.
And that's a good number 1. Okay, now let's go to number 2.
My number 1, I'm actually going to go with Tej.
Yeah?
He's fun in this movie.
I agree.
I have nothing else to add. He's fun. Plus, you took my actual number 1, so, you know.
Deckard Shaw?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My number 2 is actually going to be Deckard Shaw's mom.
What?
His mum.
His mum?
His mum.
His mum?
I just like, yeah, she's like, don't waste my time. She had like the Godfather vibes.
She does.
Straight Godfather vibes.
Drake?
Yep.
Okay.
I just,
My number 2 is going to be Mr. Nobody, because Kurt Russell is an absolute blast to have on screen in any movie that he's in.
where he gets to have a little fun.
Pretty much any movie he's in. He's just having fun. And it's always great to see Kurt Russell in that type of role.
Zeros. My number 3 is going to be Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because somebody's got to pick Hobbs. He's got to be there.
He's got to be there. Always in top 3.
So I pick Luke Hobbs, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
You got them both?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same character.
All right, I'm gonna break it for the first time here. I'm definitely going to go with Dom.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not going with Dom.
No.
I'm not ever going Dom. I'm going with Roman.
Someone's got to pick Roman. That's it.
I feel like someone's got to. He was more obnoxious in this movie.
What if like Hobbs, Roman, and Tej are always in the same?
They always are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always in the top 3, basically.
Dom is never going to hit it from me.
He'll get in there one day.
He's not.
9.
What is there? Jeez. There's going to be 3. Two more movies.
2 more movies at least. At least.
Yeah, he's still not going to make it.
He'll make it
He won't make it.
one day.
All right. So
And
my number 3 was Roman.
Roman.
Yeah. He was fun. He was fun to have on screen.
All
He
right.
was a little bit more obnoxious, I think, than previous movies, but that was better.
And it brings us to our what moments.
I'm sorry. What?
This is the home improvement. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? What was that? Zombie cars, number 1.
Okay. That whole setup. Why?
It's just kind of over the top. All those cars come in. It was literally like a zombie horde. Both cars. They're even coming off the ceilings or the parking garages.
Mm-hmm.
You can even imagine being in one of those cars. Really over the top. Anyways, number 1, zombie cars.
My number 1 is going to be in the Cuban race again, towards the very end, when he's driving backwards and his car's on fire and he's yelling at people
It's fantastic.
100 feet away to move as if they could hear him. And then he just jumps out A-okay. Anyways, what was my... Yeah, so when he's driving the car backwards, just absolute ridiculousness.
All right.
Car's on fire. He should be dead.
My number 2 is going to be the whole submarine thing. When it's going under the water, chasing the cars.
Yeah. Driving through the ice.
Yep.
Yeah. Because aren't they running from the submarine at some point?
Yes,
Okay.
basically.
That's wild.
They're trying to get to a drop-off.
Okay. I want to get to a Fast and Furious movie where it's about boats.
We're not there yet.
I just... like
We're going to go to space first.
No. I want sailboats.
We're not there yet.
I want sailboats and they inject... I don't know.
You're number 2.
And then we'll go into like Wild West Fast and Furious and it'll be like horses and carriages. Folks, this is now a one-man show.
What's your
I'm
number?
taking over.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is going to be after the conference where they all get together, Shaw's with them, and they're like, hey, let's use God's eye. And it doesn't work. And then they're like, oh, hey, we could just reverse this, blah, blah, blah. So one, I have a hard time believing that this group doesn't have computer savvy people that can figure out, hey, you can reverse it, because that seems like something you would at least maybe try.
Okay.
I mean, outside of like Ramsey and Tej, it just seems like weird. But anyways, my number 2 what moment is immediately following all of that, where they narrow it down and they're like, well, that's strange. That's this building. And then it immediately blows up as if Dom has just been waiting there, just waiting for them to drop that line, just waiting for that to happen.
Okay.
The timing and the calls coming from inside the building, that whole bit that happens in like 10 seconds. That's my number 2 what moment.
Anyways, my number 3 is going to be a different number 3 for us, or a different type of what. My number 3 is going to be the hunch that this story was probably actually built for Brian
Interesting.
and Paul Walker.
With Mia and his daughter or kid as the...
Mm-hmm.
So you think they were going to kill off Mia?
Mm-hmm. That story vibed like they were... This was a Paul Walker
I see
story.
that, yeah. So
And
they had this pre-written before...
I think so. Think about it. Just the way it plays out. And then you
So
just
wait,
insert
wait.
Dom with his side fling.
So they had this they had this written. They had the script for 5 years.
I think so.
Okay. I just want to make sure because like he died in 2013. They started filming in 2013. Put the last movie on hold for basically 2 years. Released it in 2015.
I think so.
Interesting. I could see it. I could absolutely see it.
The vibe of the story felt like it was perfect for Brian, and they killed Mia off.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be my kind of what. It's a different type of what, but it's still a what.
I like it. I dig it.
Yep.
Anyways, do you have any final thoughts? It's gonna be kind of a shorter episode.
What's the answer to the quiz question first?
I want to get to your final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I would rate this probably as you skip over your another what moment.
My last what moment. This is going to be what happens at the end of this movie because I actually skipped it.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, final thoughts. I would grade this a. I don't know. It's probably my. I like 7 more.
I gotta agree with you here.
I like 7 more. I like the first one the best. 7 than this one. This is the 3rd best one we've watched so far.
I'm with you. I'm not going to give this one a number rating because I'm starting to lose track myself. But 100% 7 was a better, worse movie.
So I'd go 7 than this one, and then actually I'd go 1. 1's my favorite. 1, OG. 7, 8.
8. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to skip 1. I'm going to go 1. I'm going to go 7. 7.
8 or 1?
No, I'm not going either 8 or 1. I mean,
6?
yes, but the last half.
You can't just pick the last half.
I can pick the last half if I want to.
My. Anyways,
last half of 6 is kind of tied with this movie.
Okay, this guy's rankings doesn't even work anymore.
My rankings work great. Anyways,
Same
to
old,
answer
same
that quiz
old.
question, this
Watch-
movie was the first movie in over 60 years to do what?
Have to win the Rock Johnson, pick up a man,
Okay, no, guess again.
have a submarine.
No, guess again.
No idea.
No, guess again.
Anyways,
Anyways, the answer to this quiz question was film in Cuba. It was a big.
Oh,
blockbuster.
really?
It's the first big blockbuster in the last 60 years. At least that's the release of this movie.
once again, abide by the PG-13 rating for kids, as it is necessary, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. This one's honestly more family appropriate than like some of the.
Not in Cuba.
Oh, in Cuba.
There's cheeks.
Yeah. It's not as bad. It's not bad.
Cheeks.
It's not bad.
I mean, Disney Channel did it better.
More cheeks.
Actually, I shouldn't say they did better. They put cheeks on their movies too. So as we saw.
Anyways, all I'm trying to say is this has been another fantastic episode of the Play No Games podcast.
We out.
We out.
Oh, you want to do a little...